Do you know how nice it is to get out of the house and appreciate life? To be out here with just like the grass, the trees, a field of crops. You watch a film, you feel like you're taking on an exciting journey, like you're doing something, but in reality you're just sitting there with your mind and you're still, and there's nothing going on. Nothing going on for you at all. When you're playing a video game, you know, you've got this illusion that you're moving around, that you're experiencing new things, that you're achieving something, dealing with new situations, you're leveling up, you're getting better, but in reality, you're not. I personally think video games are very toxic, and I should know, because I used to play them every single day. I was addicted. I was addicted to the idea of winning. I was addicted to the little dopamine hits you get from collecting loot, from getting better. I was addicted to the adventure, the rush, the seeing new things all the time, exploring new places. These are all things that reality can offer you. You just need to go out there and live it. When I put down the video games myself, I totally transformed my life. My want and my need to be better, to explore, to win, was still there. I was just putting it to good use on things that actually mattered. I was leveling up in real life. I was learning new skills, adding new tiers to my skill tree. If you were once a gamer and you lived with this same mentality, that you woke up every day and tried as hard as you can to be better in a world that doesn't exist, then why can't you try as hard as you can to be better in a world that does exist? It wouldn't hold you back to travel halfway across the world in Skyrim. You'd know that you'd do that if you were to collect the legendary sword or legendary armor, and it would make you better. So why are you scared to take leaps and bounds in real life? Why can't you grind all night to rank up? You would if you were playing a game. I know I would have. I know every time I died, I would have respawned and tried to do the same thing over and over, no matter how many times I failed. I know that every single time I'd notice a little achievement, I'd be looking for the next one. I'd carry on working on leveling up my character. And I know this philosophy, this practice, this mindset that I've adapted from years of playing video games. I know that it easily translates into real life. I know for a fact that I spent years teaching myself to be really, really fucking good at games. It's not about how easy it was, it's about the mindset it took, the dedication, the hard work, the commitment. Well, in my opinion, it was all for the wrong thing. Because these games, I don't play them at all anymore. They mean nothing to my life. And quite often, even when I was playing the games, I'd play it for like a month to 6 months, and then I'd be playing the next game, and it would never mean anything or amount to anything. Maybe the skills would translate from game to game, but at the end of the day, I was just wasting my time. Living with the positive reinforcement that video games gave me, the feeling of success, but not actually having any translatable success in my real life. I was neglecting things I needed to do. I neglected relationships. I neglected myself. But, you know, my online persona looked brilliant. Who I was in these games looked brilliant. I knew I could perform and be talented. I tell you what has happened over the last 3 or 4 years that I haven't been playing video games. Who I look like in life is brilliant. I can perform excellent in the tasks that I wish to perform in. I have taught myself skills and improved my life massively by adopting the mindset of being the try-hard gamer in real life. As much as I regret spending so much time growing up playing video games and wasting a percentage of my life away, I have to be thankful that I have this sort of mindset, and because this mindset comes from being the gamer. Or if you're anything like me, the mindset was already there and gaming satisfied it because it was easy and comfortable. You become addicted to that. What I'm trying to say is that quitting video games, taking this gratification out of your life, enables you to focus on your own life, grind, deal with the struggle, get gratification in other ways. The slow burning gratification of working on your mind, of working on your body, of building relationships with people, building an empire for yourself. You know, the saddest part about gaming is that because everybody hides himself inside their house, nobody sees it. Like, you might know one or two gamers and you might think, oh, they never go out, that's fine. But in reality, there is millions. It's one of the biggest markets out there, and there is millions of them. And when you go out, and if you're an extrovert, you'll know this, you go out, you'll see none of them, because they won't be out. They'll be spending their time grinding, leveling up their fucking characters online. You won't see them outside. You'll see strong, confident males, or outgoing people who don't game, who are extroverted, and you then start to believe that society's okay. If you were looking online at like the amount of people playing certain games, the amount of like hours they put into these games, the ranked leaderboards, like the top 10,000 people on a ranked leaderboard, if you were to look at their statistics, the amount of hours they have to put on into that game, how often they play, like the time they spent on it, it's fucking ridiculous. If you were to see an MMO RPG player's time spent on a game, it's fucking ridiculous. My time spent on Call of Duty 4 was like 50 days. My time spent on Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, again, probably like 50 days each game. I've probably spent a year of total in-game playing time just playing the games. And then that doesn't even really account for the time that I sat talking with friends on Xbox or just in lobby. Where I'm going with this is that the top people in the leaderboards, they probably have no life, unfortunately. This is probably the thing that makes them happy. They probably get a sense of achievement from being number one, or for being in this race. Gives them a sense of purpose, something to work towards. And they're probably really clever people. They're probably really hard working. But in reality, they don't have anything like that to do. For some reason, they've become consumed with this game, any game, and they are trying to be the best in the world at this game. They're not in a good way. 100%. They are unfortunately absorbed in a world that doesn't exist. And I feel sorry for them. I could show you hundreds of ranked leaderboards for mobile games, for any other game, and just realistically, you'd see millions of people who are lost and trying their hardest to be the best at a game that, in a world that doesn't exist. I have some expertise to talk about this sort of stuff. I have definitely been there. I was very much absorbed in the world of video gaming as well. I would wake up, turn my Xbox on straight away. I'd play all day until the end of the night. And every single day I do the same. And I know for a fact there was tens of thousands of other people doing it on Xbox as well when I was doing it. I know for a fact that kids do it more and more often nowadays. And that there is whole generations of mostly men just spending every single day inside playing video games. They probably play the same game for 6 months to a year, then they wait for the new one to come out, and then they play the next one, and then rinse and repeat, and the system has them hooked, and they are, I'm sorry if this is one of you, but I personally think they're wasting their lives. I used to think it all the time when I was doing it. I was upset with myself, I hated myself, but then I was still addicted to the feeling of winning and improving. To the point where I called an addiction helpline when I was 18 and very depressed and a little bit unwell. And I said to them, I have an addiction problem, it's video games. And they had nothing to offer me. And it's for the same reasons I just told you. Because I was so depressed, hated my life so much, that every single time I logged in, every single time I played, I would get this rush and this feeling that I'm doing something good and that I'm improving, or that, you know, just that sense of excitement, that sense of camaraderie from playing with other people, some friends. You know, perhaps if I performed very well, I'd get this sense of importance. Probably stuff that I was missing from my own life. So I understand why so many people are addicted. And I think where I'm going with this whole point of the video is that if you know someone who's like this, or if you are like this yourself, then I'd maybe take a step back, either cut down the games or quit them totally, and use the same mindset that you've got for being the best in your virtual world, and try your best to be the best in your own world. You know, be a better person, work harder on you, and you'll see how much it pays off. You know, stop putting all your effort into leveling up characters that don't exist. Treat yourself like the main character and level yourself up. Hopefully this video hasn't just been a rambling rant. Hopefully you get something from this, and if you want me to talk more about stuff like this in the future, because this is topics I'm very passionate about and which I could talk forever, let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time.